um, and I'm really excited to get color on it. But that will be in another video, so I hope you stick around for that. Um, Maybe I'll do just 2 videos. I don't think this needs to be more than 2 videos. And I cannot emphasize enough how bad the lighting is down here, or I consider it bad. I mean, I manage it, obviously, but especially on camera, it just makes everything either look, everything is just yellow tinted, and I need to get some natural white bulbs, so that's my own fault that I haven't done that. Um, and I have a walkout basement, so I should just walk my easel outside and just paint outside. I'd probably get better results, but all in all, it's fine. I make it work. And if you're curious, on some of these close-up shots, you can see what I would call scars in the canvas. Um, and that is where I have repaired some pretty drastic injuries to this thing. Uh, I got a big old thing of canvas for free because it was going to be thrown out because it was unsalvageable. And this is when I worked at an art store years ago. And a forklift had driven through a pallet of canvas, and I am not one to let things go to waste. So I was like, write it off, get your credit for it, I'll take it. And so I took it and repaired it all. And then I think maybe I only painted on one, and it's been kind of just collecting dust along with a bunch of other big canvases. And this had like 2 or 3 spots that were like, I mean, they were gaping holes. So it's amazing that I was able to patch those up and regesso it and sand it and all that. So it's a little rough, kind of. It's literally just right down the center where it was ripped open. But all in all, I mean, it's pretty good for working out a new style and working on something new. And yeah, um, and it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's better than it going in the dumpster because they were nice canvases. They were really nice canvases. And for anyone wondering what I'm doing with any of the colors, to be fair, I did not really have a plan from the get go. I just wanted to start painting. And I was working, and I had my whole landscape palette out, and so I was working off of the colors I had on there. And I'll list every color below that I used, because I don't have a huge palette or anything like that. But I like to keep things simple. Um, but it kind of turned into this idea that I've had for a long time. Uh, this church that I was in had I love I first of all, I love religious art. I think it's fascinating. I love gold leafing. I love all of that really gaudy or kind of gaudy designs. I love big chunky frames, all that stuff. But this church that I was in, the color scheme was like a baby blue, and then it had like black and white tiled floors and red carpets, and then like gold leafing. And so that's where that comes from with this painting. I just started painting the walls blue, and I've thought about using it for a painting in the past, just because I love the way it all pops. And so I started doing that. I started painting the walls blue, and I was, well, we'll do the checkered floor. And then the real problem was deciding like what is going to be red, because originally I was going to do like a white and like a burgundy floor, like checkered floor, which would still be pretty cool, but I couldn't decide. I feel like doing a black V-neck, which is kind of obviously it's supposed to be me depicted in the picture, so I always wear black V-necks everywhere. And I just didn't know how wet felt like that would be too, I don't know, distracting, too much of a solid black color or solid dark color. So I was like, well, we'll do the blue walls, black and tiled floors, the red shirt. And then for the coffee sleeves, since I didn't want to make the coffee sleeves like a cardboard brown, to interfere with the brown, because I'm going to do like wood grain in the table. The coffee sleeves, it would be like a green, because complementary colors, uh, green to pop with the red. And I mean, everyone's seen coffee sleeves. They come in all different colors, and you know, recycled and all that. So I'm gonna put like caution hot. I'm gonna be like writing on the cups. Um, do like a little coffee bean design on the thing. Like I'm gonna tighten up the edges and everything. But initial, the whole point of this layer was just to block in all the basic colors, so I have something to work on. And that floor kind of got away from me because I really started to focus on the floor, and that just sapped up so much of my time. Because again, I did it, and then while it was wet, I realized, oh, there's problems. I don't like the way it looks, so I'm gonna have to fix that. And so I really hyper focused on the floor, and so by the time I moved to the figures, I was just I was just exhausted, and I was like, I don't really want to work on this anymore. Um, but all in all, I've said it before. I think there's some neat ideas. There's some neat ideas with the style. Um, yeah, I'm looking forward to wrapping it up, and kind of putting to test what I learned from this, and what that will carry into not just painting in this style, but how maybe it'll change my process going forward. I know it's a huge surprise that I didn't finish this. Maybe someone else saw it, but not me. I did the initial sketch and I was like, this will take only a couple days. And maybe if I had hit it really hard with acrylic, that would have been the case. Next time I do this, I am going to do acrylic, or at least this whole block in stage, I'm doing it in acrylic. I just doing this block in stage in oil and then trying to correct it while it's still wet, and obviously it's taking longer than I had anticipated. Which is, I mean, it's fine. I'm trying to enjoy the ugly stage, trying to be vulnerable, trying to learn, doing something new, working outside of my comfort zone, yada yada. And now that it's been sitting for a couple days after doing this initial thing while it's drying, I've had it turned against the wall because I haven't wanted to look at it, because if I look at it at the wrong moment on the wrong day, I'm just going to set it on fire. But I won't do that. I won't do that. Things that I've learned so far working in this style, I need a more detailed drawing. I thought I had a detailed, well enough drawing. I did not. Um, so I'm having to like problem solve on the go, which is fine if I'm painting how I normally paint, which is very, you know, I paint kind of classically. That's kind of how I like to paint, classic figures and portraits and stuff like that. And those you can correct as you go, or I never have a problem correcting as I go. But to start with like this style that I've never worked in, and thinking things like the floor, because I fixed the floor off camera several times. Um, I just thought, throw perspective to the wind, and I don't need to use that because this isn't a realistic style. And it makes the wonky look more wonky, but I was trying to go for intentionally wonky, and with not using not using the proper perspective, it just didn't, like, the floor looked, I had the camera at an angle, so looking at the footage, it didn't look terrible, but looking at it straight on, I was like, that looks not great. I still have some corrections to the floor I needed to do, but while it was still wet, I was going in and I kept trying to fix some of these squares and not making it look machine made or anything like that, because I never want any painting to look like that, because I don't think that's interesting. But trying to make it look cohesive, I guess is the word. So I'm letting this fully dry, and then I think I have a couple more layers. I have some things I want to add, details, obviously, wood grain in the table, putting trim on the wall in the back, hair, eyes, all of that. It's got a long way to, it's got a part 3 of this video uh, before it's going to be done. And then once it's done, I'm going to need a palette cleanser of a painting to just erase all this from my mind, because yeah, I need some sobering up time from this. But yeah, as I'm working on it, I'm realizing the pitfalls that I fell into of um maybe not taking the process as seriously as I should have, thinking that it's um thinking it was going to be foolishly thinking it was going to be easier than it actually turned out to be. But if you're watching, I appreciate it. And there is going to be a part 3 coming along, and I mean, I got loads of other videos I'm working on, but I got to get this one out of the way, otherwise I won't finish it. And the whole point of this channel is to do things that I've never done before, to learn, to get better, to experiment, and hopefully on the other end, come out with something looking cool. Hopefully this will look cool when it's all said and done. But yeah. So thanks for bearing with me. We will be taking another crack at this when it's dry, and I got some other cool projects in the works. So once this is all wrapped up, those will be coming. Because with this, I'm also learning, better ways to record myself, better ways to make editing easier, because again, at the end of the day, I'm not a video editor, I'm not a videographer. uh, I want to get better at things. I want to get better at things. I better at composition, and just kind of better all around artist in every one of my interests. At the end of the day, with this channel, I'm trying to be a better artist, and so I'm trying to simplify the video and editing process. And this one specifically has definitely tested me more than the other ones. So Yeah, thanks for bearing with me, and I'm ready to be done. I'm ready to be done, but I'll see you in part 3.